the Day of the Dead themed one would, of course, go to Bone Island, guys. Bone Island, oh my god, it suits Day of the Dead so well, guys. It's literally such an island that suits the seasonal event so well. St. Patrick's Day seasonal event. I believe that this would really work well with Faerie Island. Think about it, guys. Faerie Island's thing is that it's like mystical and things, and like leprechauns and things all just suit around the Faerie Island theme. They could add like a leprechaun-like monster to Faerie Island and just fit so well, guys.
Finally, the newly pronounced folk hero Fiddle was welcomed by its old friends, and some new ones as well.
The music! Oh, I think Fung Pray on it is based on the concept of... Hello, my dear! We nailed that theory. I really want them to go back to the Fung Pray concept of prototype ethereals that were never used before. These ethereals could indeed match the ones that we could be finding next. Part of the code, it reads Super Lobe Party. Where have we heard Lobe particularly spelt that way? Well, Lobe was revealed to be the name of one of the prototype ethereals, all when the live formula skin was revealed. It's been debated with Mimic whether it should go to Gold, Tribal Island, even have its own island. Lots of people seem to want that. I don't think that's a good idea. There's been so many theories around it, and lately we've had Fire Expansion, we've had all of the Fire and Magical Islands be updated, except one in particular, and that is Fire Oasis. It is Fire Oasis where Mimic's home is meant to be. It's another Quint Elemental, like the ones that we saw added inside of Fire Expansion, and not just that, it just fits the vibe of the island. It's the only island that wasn't updated upon, and when you have Candelabra, who's a perfect match on Fire Haven, and when you have Mimic, who's a perfect match on Fire Oasis, it's quite obvious. Like, there was nothing added on Fire Oasis, it's because Mimic's home is there. It's a goofy monster, it's playful, and it fits that Fire Oasis vibe. Ka-ka! 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 The idea of when you click on an island, being able to see what structures are ready and the progress behind each structure. So for example, the breeding structures, there'd be an icon and it'd show you when each one is completed. So you can go on the island knowing, for example, I want to know when my diamond mine's are ready. I want to know when my incubation, my breeding, all of that is ready. And those progress bars could really help us with navigating across the islands and reduce that need to be able to load them to actually figure out what's going on. I want to know when everything is ready, my bakeries are on, or just by clicking on this. It feels like it's such a cool idea that the community came up with. I think this is such a fun concept, and when I put it alongside some lore where my theory brain is going right now, I think we can put this idea together in a fun way for everyone. With all of the Ethereal Workshop lore dumps recently related to the mirror dimension, it has become quite clear to me they might not actually be that far-fetched for the idea of a mirror island monster being able to actually appear in both variants of the island, the normal one and the mirror island variant, so hear me out here. Something what is really interesting on this site is it appears as though they are hinting that the whale has somehow destabilized with the help of the supernatural element into lesser elements. So as you guys know, Voodoo and Nebula, for example, those are 2 element monsters. I believe for this island, we might be going in a completely reverse order. Alright, so for the Crystal Quad though, I feel like the Crystal Quad is going to be quite alike to Vhenshun. I think the Crystal Quad is going to be a heavy instrumentalist monster inside of the song. Out of the Crystal and Poison Quad, I get the feeling as though the Crystal Quad has the most potential inside of the song to really rally the sound up. This is going to be Vhenshun's buddy. Vhenshun did so much for the song, and I feel like this Crystal Quad, it is going to be their duo, their partner in crime. I said it'd be like Vhenshun. I said it'd be another impactful one, an instrument. There you go.
It's definitely going to have inside of its design cannons, fireworks, maybe some TNT in association to it. Probably not so much on the TNT side of things as it is mousing monsters. And from a sound perspective, I think it's going to really be exciting too. I think seeing as though it's New Year's based, we're going to have a very explosive, impactful, percussive instrument. I think it's going to provide instrumentalization again. I don't expect it to be a vocalist at all. On the shanty right now, we don't need any vocalists at all, and for the majority of the seasonals that are going to release, I can see them being instrumentalists, especially considering how this is New Year's. It just doesn't fit the vibe of the event, so I don't expect a vocalist out of this. I think a trumpet or maybe a cannon or some kind of fireworks impactful based instrument would work wonders for this one, especially on the shanty too, where we really do need a bit more percussion at the moment.